Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So seeing as breakfast is my favorite meal of the day, but there's only one thing better than breakfast, and that's having breakfast 3 times in a row, and that's exactly what we're gonna do today. But these dishes, they are packed with goodness. They're so easy to make, and they're so delicious, it's gonna make you wanna jump out of the bed in the morning with excitement. Okay, maybe they're not that good, but they're good enough to start your day off in a really, really nice way. So this morning, we're gonna be making protein overnight oats, fancy avocado toast, and shakshuka. So whilst breakfast is my favorite meal of the day, I feel like I'm having it later and later these days. So it's essentially lunch because, you know, we have Lennon, so in the morning he dictates our routine, but also I have my morning routine, and that's getting bigger and bigger the older I get. You know, I need my cold plunge, I need my breath work, my meditation, even doing a workout. I like to do that stuff in the morning. It's better on an empty stomach. But then, because this routine's getting bigger and bigger, by the time I'm ready to have breakfast, I'm dying of tiredness. I'm so tired, so I need something first thing in the morning to kind of get me going, a bit of energy, get some goodness, because everything's about mind, body, and soul, and I'm doing a lot for my mind, a lot for my soul, and obviously exercise is good for the body, but you want to work on what goes inside the body, and that's why it's so great that Athletic Greens sent me their daily supplements, and they're also sponsoring this video, but they are so good, it's so tasty, it's so fantastic, and I'm saying I will oversell these guys, and the reason being, partly because obviously they're sponsoring this, but they actually sent the package like a few months ago to try out, and both me and Jen absolutely loved them. So much so I've actually already got a subscription without even using my code, which I'll tell you in a minute, but it's so good, it feels so creamy, there's like 75 ingredients, there's so many, it's for minerals, superfoods, it's good for healing mushrooms, probiotics, anti-aging and healing and recovery, everything you need, especially for me. I'm getting older now, my body doesn't work quite as much, which is why my morning routine is bigger, so these guys have been an absolute lifesaver, so I'm so happy. And now, look, it's the morning, it's raining, but we're gonna start it with a bang. So, it comes in this lovely packaging. You get a shaker, you just add 8 ounces of water, 1 scoop, give it a shake, give it a taste. Oh, it's so good. It's so creamy, it's clean, it tastes amazing, packed with goodness. It's also paleo, keto, and vegan friendly, so it's essentially friendly for everyone. So if you guys are interested, head over to athleticgreens.com/Ben to start your order. And Athletic Greens are gonna give my community a free 1-year supply of immune supporting vitamin D and D travel packs with your first purchase. So if you're interested, get over there. But for now, let's crack on with overnight oats. So the reason why I picked overnight oats for this is because obviously they're delicious, obviously they're nutritious, but they're easy, and it's the convenience, you know? We wanna just get up and go, we don't have to wait for stuff, and this is so simple. You can do it overnight, it takes like 5 minutes, otherwise just do it for like 2 hours just to get them all infused, get them all soaked up, get them delicious, get them nutritious, and there's only 5 base ingredients for this. So we need a mason jar, we want ½ a cup of old-fashioned oats, ½ a cup of any milk, I'm using almond, a ¼ cup of Greek yogurt, we'll get a tablespoon of chia seeds, and then a tablespoon of maple syrup. Pop it in there. And that's kind of the base ingredients for overnight oats, but I'm also gonna add some protein because we wanna get some protein in there, you know? Nice little scoop of vanilla protein. Then you give it a good old mix, get it all in there. See guys, it's so easy. You wanna set yourself up for success, you know? Every morning I think it's so important to have a clean mind and a clean stomach, you know, having that positive thoughts, gratitude, I'm gonna smash today, today's gonna be a good day, and also setting yourself up on the right foot, nutrition-wise, eating well, eating good food, so you have energy up there and energy in there. Right, now it's nicely mixed in, and then we just put the lid on and throw it in the fridge overnight, and luckily for you, I prepared it last night. I did my homework, and I've got one for you. This one has been hanging out overnight. As you can see, it's thicker, it's expanded. Look at that. So we're not done yet. We're gonna add some granola, some sliced almonds, then we'll chop up some strawberries, some blueberries. Now our protein overnight oats is good to serve. Right, so next up, we're gonna be making fancy avocado toast. And look, I know I say it's fancy, when really it's just avocado on toast, but there's a couple little tricks, a couple little things you can do that can elevate it to go from, you know, a nice little just bit of avocado on toast to an elevated, bougie, delightful, elegant meal that you can charge a lot for in a restaurant. So first we're gonna need a lovely bit of sourdough. Get a big old loaf, Then we're gonna cut generous wedges. Cover them in olive oil, and then season with salt and pepper. Then rub. This will just make the whole bit of toast crunch up. Perfect, and then we'll just set them aside. Then we're gonna add black sesame seeds. See, this is where the elevation starts, guys. Then we'll get a lemon, and you guessed it, we zest it. This just adds such a perfect freshness, balances out perfectly with the sesame seeds. Then we're gonna add just a few chili flakes, just to add a bit of bite to balance out with the avocado. Bit of salt, bit of pepper, give it a good mix. Then we'll get our avocado. We wanna make sure it's nice and ripe. A good way to test is by pressing on the top. You don't wanna press on the sides, it bruises it. You don't wanna bruise yourself, so you don't wanna bruise an avocado. Give it a little press on top. If it's soft to the touch, it's good to go. Slice down the middle, all the way around. Give it a twist, out you get. Then you just wanna do nice thin slices down the avocado. Right, that's good. Get some lemon on the side there. And let's fry the dough. We'll get the pan nice and hot. Then we add our bread. And this only needs a couple minutes both sides, and then we're good. See guys, look at these easy recipes for you. Perfect, now they're nice and browned. So now to assemble our avocado. We'll place it on, and we'll kind of fan it out. Lovely, then we'll squeeze some fresh lemon over the top. Then we'll add our lemon zest and sesame seeds over the top. Perfect, now our fancy avocado toast is good to serve. Right, last but certainly not least, we're gonna be making shakshuka. Now, for anyone that hasn't had shakshuka before, doesn't even know what shakshuka is. Firstly, shakshuka is fun to say, very important. Secondly, shakshuka means, I think it means a mixture of everything. Basically, you just throw in whatever you want into a pan, you got your leftovers, just chuck it in there, add a few eggs, and you're good to go. It's delicious, it's nutritious, and it's super easy. So, we're gonna need lovely little bell pepper, give it a chop. Just chunky we're doing, so we're gonna throw it in the processor. We're gonna need half a sweet onion, roughly chopped. Perfect, then we'll get the food processor. Give it a blend. We're gonna get garlic, 2 or 3 cloves. We don't need much, it's only breakfast, guys. Now let's get the frying pan out. Add some olive oil. Then we'll add our pepper and onions. Then you want to cook this till the onions and peppers get nice and soft. So I thought I'd share with you guys a bit of a revelation I've had. You know, I always talk about breath work and mindfulness and how much, if you can take control of your breath in every situation, you take control of life. You know, if you're in a stressful situation and you're calm breathing, you're gonna be fine because your mind is telling the body everything's good. That's why cold therapy is so good, right? I do cold plunges every day. You're going to stress, so stress can't come to you. If you go in this cold water, your body is in fight or flight mode. It wants to get out, it's terrified. But if you calm breathe, if you just slowly breathe through it, it tells the body, hey, I wanna be here. And the science of what happens in that moment, you know, your body goes from fight or flight to then opening up to being like, we want to be in this situation. Now, what's your body doing? It's getting acclimated to cold water, to nature, to things that are gonna make us stronger, because like I said before, we live in a fragilistic world where if we get a bit cold, we put the heater up. So every day I've been in the cold plunge, it's been such a big difference. Control my breath, control my feeling. I get out the cold water and I feel warmer than before I went inside it, because it's all about the breath. And the biggest one I've realized these days, our blood is either acidic or alkaline. And we want our blood to be alkaline because that is our natural state of being. That's when the oxygen's pumping around, the vascular system's working great. Our body's in the best position it's been, but how do we become more alkaline? We need more oxygen. How do we get more oxygen? We need to deep breathe more. What are we surrounded by more than ever? Distractions, stress, things that are gonna make us shallow breathe. So most of us don't realize we are living most of our life with acidic blood. And what acidic blood means, the veins are tighter. There's not enough blood pumping in, and when the cells are deprived of oxygen, they can become cancerous within 48 hours. So deep breathing, making our blood alkaline is so important. And Wim Hof does all the breathing techniques about that. But what I've learned that you can manipulate it. And now when I go on a run, if you inhale more than you exhale, which means you're getting more oxygen into your body, which means your blood is going more alkaline, you're gonna have more energy to the cells, you're gonna feel better, you're gonna have more strength, and that goes to your muscle tissue as well. Your muscle tissue can go acidic. That's why you get tired legs when you go on a run, when you work out, because your muscle tissue is going acidic. But if you keep getting more oxygen, more inhale than you exhale, they won't get tired, they won't go acidic, you'll feel good. And I learned this a few days ago, and I went on a run and I just thought, you know what? I'm gonna conscious breathe this whole way, and it's easy when you forget, because you start getting tired and then you're panting and then you realize you've got to deep breathe. And then I'm just gonna focus on getting more oxygen in. And I did not stop running. I went over 10 miles, I felt amazing. Obviously my limbs were a little bit sore, but I just felt incredible. And I realized that you inhale more to get more energy, to get more fire. So if you're running, if you're working out, if you wanna just get more dopamine, energy, endorphins going, intensify that inhale, get the energy, and that makes the blood alkaline, you feel good. But when you're in a stressful situation, or when you're wanting to calm your mind and you want to calm that anxiety, then you want to extend your exhale, which actually tells the heart rate to calm down, to slow down. Everything's calm, everything's good. And that's what you want to do when you want to calm yourself. So when I go in the cold plunge, my body's fight or flight, get me out of here. The endorphins are going, they're going crazy. I can't breathe, I extend the exhale, I'm calm, I feel good. And if you apply that to everything in your life, you are good. So now whatever I'm doing, I'm thinking, do I need to charge myself? More inhale, going for a run? Great. I'm tired, I'm just gone on this long run. It's going too fast, my heart rate's too fast. I need to slow it down, extend the exhale, nice and calm. And if you can do that consciously, in as many situations in life, you will certainly win in life, I promise you. So that's been my revelation. I've been trying it every day and it's doing wonders. So I highly recommend it, guys. Right now the onions have softened up. We're gonna add our spices. We have paprika, we have chili powder, and we have cumin. Pop it in there. Then we just wanna fry off the bitterness, get the flavors infused. Then we're gonna add whole peeled tomatoes. Then using a spoon, we're gonna slowly squash the tomatoes, being very careful to not squirt tomato juice over my new yellow sweater. Then you wanna bring this to a boil. We're gonna add some salt, some pepper. Then I'm gonna add a bunch of spinach. Now the spinach is cooked down, we wanna bring it to a simmer. Then we wanna make little swimming pools for the eggs. Lovely, then we just cover this, let this cook for about 5 to 7 minutes until the eggs are cooked and we are good to serve. Wow, look at that. Let's top it with some parsley, a little bit of feta, and our shakshuka is good to serve. Right, babe, have a little sit down. You look so comfortable.
I know, I look very, very casual.
As you can see, we have brekkies 3 ways.
I haven't had your version of the rolled oats.
Yeah, you were the one that actually inspired me with the rolled oats. I kind of copied Jen's recipes with that. But then the avocado toast is new. I will admit I did steal that from Gordon Ramsay's recipe. But you know, we're both English, so we're essentially family.
Ooh, this looks good. Cheers.
Cheers, babe. And you can do any kind of mixture. Throw whatever you want in there.
This is so good. The textures. Wow, this blows my rolled oats out of the water.
So how you feeling, babe? We are 3 months into it now.
Yep.
Lennon is 3 months old.
Yep.
How you feeling?
I feel like we finally have our swing, you know? I knew we'd eventually get to this point where it feels more normal to be considered a parent. Like that role, I'm not afraid of anymore, and I don't have like imposter syndrome of like, oh, like, am I doing this right?
You're playing this character that isn't you, yeah.
Exactly. Like I feel more comfortable with the role, and it's nice. I feel like we're really. I feel like you and I are really nailing it.
We really are. Obviously, Lennon's been a breath of fresh air. Just looking at him, just
He
beautiful.
smiles and laughs now.
He smiles
Oh my
and
God.
you give him a little tiggy and he laughs. Oh, it's fantastic.
That's been the game changer. This is so good. You never had a avocado toast like this before. I like it. It's actually so refreshing to have such decadent breakfast because we've been kind of crunched for time for breakfast, so this is definitely a big treat.
Right guys, as always, we're gonna love you and leave you and continue to eat this lovely breakfast, especially the fact that it's nearly 4 p.m. So it's not even lunch, it's basically dinner now. So we gotta go, we gotta look after the baby. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for all the love, the comments, all the support. See you guys in the next one. Bye.